Okay, so real quick, this is a very simple thing to do if you buy the Plant Strong burger mix. You cut it open on the directions. You take your package, put it into a medium bowl. They say 6 to 8 ounces of warm water. So I take anywhere between 3/4 of a cup and a cup, based on how moist you want them. I go a little bit less because they do get a little soggy on the inside, even if you're air frying. I microwave it for a minute, and then you just pour it in. It's really simple. You do need a spoon to mix it up, and make sure that there are no dry pockets. Make sure there are no dry pockets in the mixture. It's going to be really moist at first. It's kind of like oatmeal in that regards, because it will soak it all up and expand and it'll dry out a little bit. So you mix it really well. You just make sure you get it all moist. Then once you get everything there, I try to then make sure it's all in one clump, so that, because the stuff on the side will have the advantage of getting all of the as much of the moisture in it that it can soak up. And then it says on the back, it says to cover it. I assume that's to keep the steam and the moisture in. Then what we like doing is taking our own peppers and onions, half of a medium onion and about half of a big pepper or a medium pepper. We also mix them up and get the little ones, the red and orange and yellow peppers. So we like mixing those up. When we dice it or finely chop it, so this way we can mix that in with the batter. And the batter is supposed to sit for 10 minutes. Alexa, set a 10-minute timer. All right, so I will pause for the moment, and we'll come back when I'm done chopping and the timer's up. Okay, so Alexa just went off, which means the timer was done. Now we take off the plate or whatever you use to cover. And this is a little sticky, so maybe I should have used more water. So I break it up a little bit, make sure it's ready to go. Then I add all of our finely chopped up onions and peppers. This will also help with some of the moisture if it gets too if it's too dry. Just mix this thoroughly. Now, the next step is going to be a little tricky. What they suggested, look at that, full pepper, yum. What they suggested is to wet your hands when you make the burgers, because it'll get very sticky and a lot will stick to your hands. And they're absolutely right. A lot will stick to your hands. So I haven't tried it with water yet, but what I did, somebody else taught me a neat trick that I saw on a video for a different vegan thing, is to take a measuring cup. Now, if you don't mix in the peppers and onions, then you'll have less. So I would use 1/3 of a cup. But if you do the peppers and onions, I would do half of a cup. This should make 4 burgers. So what they said, their trick was to measure out the measuring cup, put it on the plate, and then use a spatula to flatten it out. It also gets round and it's not as sticky that way. Now, you adjust it to your own thickness, however you like. We like them a little on the thinner side. Now, we air fry ours, and we're going to use the oven air fryer that we have, not the pot air fryer. And you do that for all 4 burgers. Okay, see, we got that a good sized burger there. Now, one of the things that when I do this, sometimes when I push, it bunches up, so you might have to be a little careful to flatten it out a little bit because of our grate. I don't want to mash it down in too hard, but once we get all 4 burgers formed, I'll come back to the next step. Okay, this is my last one. So look, I got a little bit on my fingers and it's really sticking, and I wasn't even trying to get any on my fingers. Okay, so once we get them all formed, now they bake in the air fryer. If you can control the temperature, air fryer 370 for 15 minutes. So what we choose to do, because we're putting them in the oven, from a different recipe we make this vegan barbecue sauce. And we put it on with about halfway through. So you cook it for 15 minutes, or if you want to top it with something that kind of soaks in afterwards, then do it for half that time. So I make sure I'm on air fryer, bake. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes. And we'll come back when we put the barbecue sauce on. Okay, my timer just went off, and I'm going to put on the barbecue sauce, so this way it has a chance to soak in and also cook a little bit with it. So, all right, so we've already mixed up our sauce, and all we do is spread it around. Usually like a tablespoon for each. Whatever you like, and then you could also use, like, this will dry a little bit, and you can also dip later. And then we put it back in for the rest of the time. So I'll come back when that's done. All right, so the timer just went off. We're gonna get them out, see what they look like. Well, maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna put them on for 1 more minute. It's close though. Okay, so that was, my timer just went off again. So I'm going to get them out this time, and I think we're good to go. The Plant Strong is nice because it's oil-free. It also has no sugar, and it is low sodium. So those are nice features for what we're trying to do also. What we'll do is we put ours on Dave's bread because it's a good what we think is a good one to use for the diet we're trying to accomplish. So anyway, that's where we go, and we'll just put that right on our sandwich. Delicious. All right, enjoy.